Good morning. Today we have a few gardening chores to do, so I thought I'd bring you along with me. Hopefully the distracting noises aren't too much. Here, I'm going to turn around so you can see our barn cat. That's Cupcake. He will be making an appearance. He is a very needy little cat. Anyway, I'm going to pot some tomatoes today and just do a few things. I'm standing here in front of my greenhouse that is not covered. My greenhouse that is not a greenhouse yet. We have the cover for it. We just got to get it done. But I'm going to be standing over here doing a few things, and I thought I'd just bring you along. And since we're outside and it's a beautiful day, I think I'll turn you around and give you a little quick tour of the garden area as it looks now. And I'll turn you back around when I start on my tomatoes. See you in a minute. Okay, this space right here at the end of our house is where I had my garden last year. And I don't know if you can really tell, it's really wet through here. It was wet last year, but we had a real bad drought during the summer, and so I think it didn't affect my growing season very much, but we decided this year not to put it back here. However, I do have plans for part of this space, so coming soon. It'll be later on when the weather gets warmer, and it'll be a surprise, so stay tuned for this area. I'm gonna try not to make you sick turning you around. Like I said, here, I'll show you real quick. This area is my greenhouse area. I'll be so glad when it's set up, and so will my husband, because my kitchen's been looking like a garden center at night. And we'll take a walk over here and I'll show you what's going on. Previously, I had 2 raised beds. We got rid of one of them. I know a lot of people garden in raised beds, and I did amend my soil. I just never did do very well at it. And that is my daughter's camper, not staying here. Hashtag rent a camper spot. It's in our way right now. I did, however, you can see that this raised bed is falling apart. I did, however, keep this for one more season. I wanted to try my hand at planting garlic, and I mean, most of it came up, so we'll see. I do not think that this is going to be something I do every year, but if I do, it won't be in this area again, because at the end of, after I harvest this garlic, this bed's going away. And since we're right here and you can hear them, here are the girls. Good morning, girls. Oh my goodness. Good morning, girls. It's a little chilly this morning. We have a broody one. Let's see if the camera will not focus on it's not doing it. Ma'am, why are you fussing? We'll get a better look at the girls another day. My phone just wants to focus on the netting. When I open the door, there goes one of them. When I open the door, they're all gonna lose their minds. I told my husband, oh, there they go. There goes another one. We got 2 in there hanging out together. No eggs for me yet, ladies? I'll come back. Look how dirty. I need to clean this. Please ignore that. Sorry. My husband's always laughing at me because I'll catch one every once in a while and they'll just be fussing, and I'll say, you're gonna love me. I want you to love me. Okay, so let's go over here to this part of the garden. This is our new big garden, and as you can tell, we have fencing up. I did not get any okra last year. It was one of the last things I planted. And as soon as the deer found it, it was gone. They ate it to a stick. So this is about 6 feet high. It's just plastic. It won't keep rabbits and stuff out, but hopefully the deer won't jump it or try to jump it. So let's take a walk in there. I do have something to show you in there. Oh, here, I can show you a few things over here. Kind of want to record this for myself too to see how it looks later on in the year. These are some old pots I put flowers in. That's some kind of daisy, and to be honest with you, these are cool season flowers, and these 3 pots, I don't remember what they are, but they're coming up. And I had tried for the 2nd year in a row to plant some poppies in here, and I didn't know it. I didn't realize that they needed to be put in the refrigerator for a while, the seeds, before you plant them. So we'll try that again next year. I'll put a different kind of flower in there. And then these are some of my potatoes I have the potatoes in grow bags. We'll see how they do. We planted potatoes last year and I was very unsuccessful. What kind of bug is on the plant? A gone one. I was very unsuccessful. Nothing even came up. So at least I have a greenery to see. We'll see how many potatoes I get off of it. And then this was a plant that died, and then I put these in here. These are dahlias that I bought actual tubers for these, although this one's looking a little sad. I think it's just because it got pretty cold last night. It didn't get down to freezing, but it got down to about 38. So hopefully that will perk back up. I'm coming around over here. Let's see if I can unlatch the gate. We just have kind of a make-do little gate for now, just to keep deer out. And my son's dog next door, I'm sure she'll come to check out. So I was originally planning on having the entire garden covered with this, because last year the weeds got out of hand. I couldn't keep a handle on them. But then we ended up buying a tiller, and so my husband Denny has a new toy. And so he's gonna we pulled up the rest of the fabric cover, the weed cover, and he's gonna make some more rows over there. But for right now, these I'm leaving down. We're gonna be putting some trellising up for pole beans and cucumbers, and a fence for my tomatoes. So that'll be going in hopefully this weekend if the rain cooperates, if the weather is good. I'm so ready to get out here and get planting. It occurred to me that in my last video I said that we were having a beautiful spring, and here it is. It was what, March 18th? But sometimes for us, March is already 85, 90 degrees. So when we've been having the majority of our days in the 70s and 60s, that's a beautiful spring for us here. Let me scoot over to see if you can see this a little better. I bought a peach tree. She's not very big. I come out here and talk to her every day, but if you can see right there behind my hand, it's budding out at the very bottom. I don't know. This is a Sam Houston peach tree. So it is a low chill hour. It is suited for our climate. So I'm hoping that that's not the only, I'm hoping that at the very bottom is not the only place this poor tree is going to bud out at, but we'll see. We'll see. So all this area is going to be the majority of our garden. I have have a few grow bags over there that we'll go look at. And then I have another area that I'll show you that has been planted. But I'm just so excited to get out here and do some stuff. Especially before it starts getting to the high humidity and 100-degree days. So let's see. Let's go over here and take a look at these potatoes this morning. So this area here is where we had our pigs, and we're gonna expand on it and get some more. But like I said, I don't know if it'll be this year or next year. But last year in this area, I had tomatoes and cucumbers growing back here, and they did pretty good. But what you can't tell is that there's about a foot drop. This is about a foot lower than where I'm standing, at least a foot, because the pigs just wallowed it out. And we put those in last year for some tomatoes, and you know, I just had it too crowded. It was just too crowded in here. So I'm not going to plant in it this year since we want to get pigs again. We have to do something with the grading and the drainage in here. And like I said, we're going to add on a whole other section because we want to get a sow that's possibly already pregnant and have piglets. So that's to come. We'll see. And so I planted in front here some smaller grow bags with potatoes all along the front here. And they've all come up and all seem to be doing well. And then let's take a walk around the back. We would very much like to use our land here behind the house. And we actually cleared out some of it last year thinking that we would maybe get goats again because we have had goats before. But you can see the standing water here from the rains that we've been getting. And then back, I don't know if you'll really be able to see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Where's my finger? Sorry. See that green? That is an old pond that my husband tried to dig years ago. And it almost dried up last year during the drought. But now we have water everywhere where we shouldn't. All of this area, all of that's water. All the way up here to where I'm standing right in front of me. And it's just so low. I mean, it's always been low. It usually dries up in the summer, but without bringing in dirt, a lot of dirt, I don't think we're really going to be able to use any of this area. Maybe a few feet from the end to this tree. But if all this area was usable, I would have a cow. Literally have a cow. But it's just not. And it is a wetland, and it is drainage for people that live here, so there's really nothing I can do about it. Luckily though, I have moved the garden back as far as I could. It's on a pretty good slope here, and it drains really well, so that's good. Oh, I walked right past what I wanted to show you. Walked right past it. This bag here is another bag of potatoes. And then this year, I did not get myself together enough in January and February to get these things planted. We have to plant our spring crops either in the winter. I mean, usually we don't get many freezes. So I planted 3 different types of peas. And I do not know, like spring peas. I don't know what kind those are. I think these are English shelling peas. And here, let me move my camera in there. Here in this pot, I have something that, I have 2 plants that are some kind of, it's a cucumber or something coming up from last year. But I do have some cilantro I'm trying to grow in here, and another kind of pea. I think these are snow peas or sugar snaps, one or the other. And I only had a couple of pea plants come up in this one. I think the squirrels ate my peas. Something got in there and ate the peas I planted. But oh well, this was just really an experiment for this year, and hopefully this fall/winter coming up, I'll have my act together a little better to get all my cool season crops in, like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, all that. I didn't get to grow any of that this year. And I don't think you can see it, but I do have some cilantro growing in there because, I mean, not cilantro, dill and cilantro, once it gets hot here, they bolt, and we just can't grow any. And I was hoping to grow some for at least a little bit of fresh eating. And I make a lot of cucumbers. And then this pot is outside of the deer fence, and surprisingly enough, nothing has bothered it yet. But here we have another kind of pea, and I mean, they're growing, but they haven't flowered yet. And I planted just a few radishes. This is the first time I've ever planted radishes, and you can see I'm getting something going on here, but I'm not sure when to pick them. I think these were French breakfast radishes. I'm just gonna leave them for now. I need to they have aphids on them, but I don't think, it doesn't seem to be bothering them too bad. And there's nothing on my peas, so I think for now I'm just gonna leave it and see what happens another week or so. And if I get out here to pull them, I'll bring you along with me. Okay. Please tell me if I'm moving too much when I do these videos. The majority of all my other videos I ever did, I was just sitting in one space, not walking around, so this is new for me. I'll walk over here and show you my other part of our garden, and that'll be the little tour. My husband got these old telephone poles, and we are going to build a pole barn, just an open aired pole barn with some stalls right in this area whenever they move that camper. And I don't really know if we're going to get more animals right now, but we will have a space for them if we do. And so this long 3 rows, this is corn. And I'll see, I don't know if with the sunlight if we'll be able to tell, but I planted it a week or so ago. I don't know if we'll be able to tell, but it's all coming up. Let me see if I can get in close and you can maybe see. Yeah, you can see right there. That's all corn. So this whole area is going to be corn. And I'm super excited about it. I did have, oh gosh. Let me show you what is going on right now. Pearl, sit. Sit, ma'am, sit. This is Pearl. She's a Great Pyrenees. She's my son's dog. He got her for all of his chickens. And this is Holly. That's his dog too. They live next door to us. And Pearl, she's supposed to guard the chickens, but does she? No. No, she eats the chickens. Well, she doesn't eat them. She wants to play with them, so she pounces on them. And they don't like that. Surprisingly enough, they don't like that. So I cannot let my chickens free roam because of her. Thank you, Pearl. Part of the reason we have the fence up is because of her. Because she digs. Yes, ma'am, you do, don't you? And she jumps on people. She's a sweet dog, though. She's a sweet dog. It's a good thing we love her. And while I'm right here, I'll show you real quick. This is my son's area where they used to have goats, and now he had at one time about 75 chickens in here, but not so many anymore. I think they're all still cold, so they're up. I don't know. I think sometimes he wishes he had goats again too, but oh, there they are. Let me see if I can. Oh, come on, camera. Focus. There they are. Sorry. They're in the grass. They will run your grass out, that's for sure. All right. So, that's the garden tour. Aren't the trees beautiful? And the sky, wow. I just can't get over it this time of year. When it's hot and humid, we don't get these beautiful blue skies. We get white. White skies, and the trees look tired and everybody looks tired and hot. So I try to eat up every day of a beautiful spring weather that we get. All right, so I will be back in a minute when we start doing the tomatoes. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with my tomatoes, and then I'll show you how many I ended up with when I finish. But I'll show you real quick how I'm gonna repot these, because I don't have any 4-inch pots for them, and but what I do have is a lot of these plastic cups. So we melted some holes in the bottom, and I will put this cup inside of another cup to bottom water the plants. And let me pull up this tray. As you can see, maybe if I hold it up next to my head, sorry. Things will get better, I promise. I have quite a lot of seeds in there, plants, and they're really, can you see this one right in the front with the curled leaf? They need some calcium, and they need to be transplanted into something a little bigger till it's time to put them in the garden. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and I will come back and show you the finished product and see how many individual tomatoes we got. More than I can plant, I can promise you that. I'll be giving away some tomato plants, I'm sure. Okay, well, I got all my tomato starts up potted, and I wound up with 60 plants, plus, here's part of them. The rest of them are over here. 60 plants, plus these 4 containers. I think they each have 3 each. I didn't even try to separate those. So hopefully in a couple of weeks they'll be going in the ground. Sorry about the glare from the sun. I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope everyone has a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.